Today we have two newly married couple visiting Japan, and they've chosen Japan as a honeymoon place, and first time they are coming here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm here in Japan. It's been really nice, and I can't wait to share these things with you all because it's such a wonderful country so far.
What did you like in Japan? I mean,
So the culture obviously is very, it's a bit unique. That's the first thing. Second is this Oriental culture is slightly similar to India.
Yeah.
It is so in these ways it is unique and
Okay.
it's very beautiful. That's one thing for sure, and I wanted to see the culture like first time.
very important for Indian people to apply for visa and get the visa. So, what are the documents you have submitted?
Yeah, so they do want to check for financial stability first. So we submitted Arunav's 3 years of IT returns and 6 months of bank statement for me. He also submitted his 6 months of bank statement. Basically, the more information you give, the easier it is
Okay.
for them to process your visa and say that, okay, this
Yeah, so you spent 4 nights in Kyoto,
Yes.
and you seen the temples in Kyoto. You went to Nara.
No, we did not go to Nara.
Okay.
We did the whole nature trail first. There,
In Takao.
from Takao to Arashiyama, which basically we walked from Takao to Arashiyama.
How many kilometers
So-
is that?
Around 4-5 kilometers along the river,
Okay.
Along the river.
Kirutake river.
Yes, yes.
Was
we
it
did
nice?
that. Really beautiful. They
Back to main point of money,
yes.
cost. So you took airline Cathay Pacific. How much it costed each person, roughly?
I think
The flight.
so each of the 4 flights, like for like from
You can say just for one person together how much it took.
so I think for one person to and fro it costed around 60,000 total to and
yeah.
fro.
Okay.
So for one person one way 30,000 approx average.
Okay, 30,000 to come to Japan, 30,000 go
Go
back.
back, yes.
Okay, that's very reasonable. And that is for coming, and for the hotels, how much it costed?
Yeah, so most of
Hello dear Japan Sai followers, this is Japan Sai, and today we have two newly married couple visiting Japan, and they've chosen Japan as a honeymoon place, and first time they are coming here. So let's because so many of my viewers, they are asking me how to come to Japan, what to see, how much it cost, what is the best way to prepare the program and the itinerary, etc. So I thought it is a very good opportunity to meet this young couple and learn from their first-hand experience. So that's the reason today I'm taking their inputs and so that I can share with you. So this is Sanjana and my friend's daughter, so from Hyderabad. So can you please introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Sanjana and I'm from Hyderabad. I'm working as a psychologist. And I'm here in Japan. It's been really nice, and I can't wait to share these things with you all because it's such a wonderful country so far.
Okay.
I'm Arnav. I work in IT, and let's start.
Okay. So when did you think that you wanted to come to Japan, or why did you choose Japan? There are so many 190 countries are there. Why Japan?
Yeah, so usually on Instagram I would see just Maldives or Mauritius as honeymoon destinations, and it was not very appealing to me for some reason. And then when Arunav and I started talking, where do we go for our travel, etc. He has been following Japanese culture for a long time.
Okay.
And he thought that that's a good country for us to visit. It's different.
Okay.
Nobody's thought much about it before as a honeymoon destination. So and then when I went on to read more about it, I felt that it's great.
Okay.
How come we didn't think of this before? So
Okay.
that's when we decided to visit.
But generally, you see, most of the people, especially Indians, after seeing the Shah Rukh Khan movies and all, they think about Switzerland. One time you get a Schengen visa, you can go to so many countries. In 6 days, 6 countries you can visit. All English speaking. So all these benefits are there regarding food or language, because a known place, so many people. But choosing Japan is, it's a new trend, I believe. Mostly for Japan, tourists, Indian tourists, very less number of Indian tourists used to come. Some tourists come, but they're retired people. But I'm very happy that you came here, you choose this country to visit as your first destiny. How you were related to this? What did you like in Japan?
So the culture obviously is very, it's a bit unique. That's the first thing. Second is this Oriental culture is slightly similar to India. It is so in these ways it is unique and it's very beautiful. That's one thing for sure, and I wanted to see the culture like first time. I've been reading about it, I've been following it.
But what you read in the book, what you seen, is it same?
Totally.
You see any gaps?
Yeah, everywhere. Like
he had seen particular food that he had read about, like the rice thing, and to see that was thrilling for him.
It was fun to come here and see, experience at first hand. And obviously the main thing was it's a beautiful country to just come relax.
I think you came in a perfect time.
Yes.
Many people ask me what is the best time to come. So it's middle of March to the middle of April. This is a beautiful Sakura season where the cherry blossoms come all over. So there's a particular calendar, you can see that calendar, and that time but we need to book the hotels and all that in advance, because otherwise it'll get filled. It's very expensive at that time. So let me come back and ask you from the beginning. So you thought that you're coming to Japan. This is, you have decided, both of you decided, and after that, what are the procedures you have gone through? For example, visa. This is which very important for Indian people to apply for visa and get the visa. So what are the documents you have submitted?
Yeah, so they do want to check for financial stability first. So we submitted Arunav's 3 years of IT returns and 6 months of bank statement for me. He also submitted his 6 months of bank statement. Basically, the more information you give, the easier it is for them to process your visa and say that, okay, this is someone who can travel.
Obviously, the more is better. But a few lakhs is good enough.
Okay, what's the range of the few lakhs, would you say?
2 lakhs, at least 2 lakhs probably.
Per person?
Yes, we are traveling as a unit. So the combined financial amount that we have got access to, at least if it is a few lakhs, that will be good. 2 to 3 lakhs, I think that will be comfortable. That's what I had read online. Obviously,
so we can say, shall we say that both together 2 lakh rupees
probably,
and plus that is in your bank account, and other than that you have shown 3 years of your IT returns. Okay. So you have this.
But one thing, Japanese consulate, they don't disclose their procedure of how they decide on visa approvals. So we can only take a guess. So this is an
to touch that matter. No country will say how they approve, because they want to keep it to themselves, the methods to reject. So they won't reveal. Any country you go, it is the same thing.
Got it.
They can either approve or reject. Sometimes if you have not enough documents, they'll ask you submit these documents, but they may or may not give you a exact reason.
Got it.
True.
So so this is one. So you have shown something really closer to that amount, probably in your bank accounts. And after showing that application you filled, money you shown, IT returns you have shown, and what other thing? Itinerary you have?
Yes.
The entire itinerary.
Itinerary we had to fill it in a certain table. Each day, what we had planned to do had to be written down. Our contact details, the names of the hotels, address of the hotels, contact details of the hotels, all of that had to be written down. Even copies of our bookings.
All the accommodation bookings, travel bookings, everything.
Copies you have to submit?
Yes.
So
each hotel?
Yeah, we had to submit everything. All of these. So those were actually the first things that we did. We booked our flights, hotels, everything. Then all of the documents we collated and then we submitted them.
So you write today from Tokyo to Osaka I am going, Osaka hotel I am staying, this is the hotel.
Yes.
Okay.
VFS Global was the company through which we went, and they have uploaded all the documents that we require. Even that table of itinerary, they've uploaded it. So we just had to print that out, like type it out in that, print it and submit. All bookings, financial statements, we had to also register our marriage. We registered the marriage, so the marriage certificate also, that we're going as husband and wife for sightseeing. Of course,
you don't need to show any sponsor, or you don't need to show any guarantor in Japan.
No.
Nothing. Okay.
I mean, that was one option, but we didn't have one, and we did not.
Yes.
As a tourist, you may not have any relation here.
Correct.
Yeah, my friend told me, my friends, you're coming to Japan, so please, guide them.
Yeah.
So luckily, we met and all that.
Yes.
So you have shown the itinerary, and other than the hotels you have booked, and you need to bring some money, to Japan for the usage. How do you bring? I mean, you use credit card, or you converted the currency, or how did you do that?
I can answer that, I think.
Yeah.
So
you don't need a permission.
Yes. So we all had multiple ways, like you mentioned, the credit card, using the credit card, debit cards, but they always incur a charge, conversion charge.
What they are 2% or something?
Depends on which card you are using, which bank, which card. So
It even went up to 3.5%.
For some it can go to up to 4%.
So is there no card which doesn't charge anything?
I think we didn't find any.
There are a few.
Which one is the cheaper? Any idea?
Yeah, I mean, we took the cheapest.
Because my viewers are budget people.
Yeah, so we also.
Same.
Money is very important.
Yeah.
It's not in abundance.
We took the multi-currency forex card. So basically, different banks have the forex cards. We took that, and that seemed like the most reliable way for us.
Which one is that?
I bank with Axis Bank, so I took the Axis Bank multi-currency forex card.
How does it work?
So basically, you load the money upfront. So before our trip, well in advance, I had loaded, we had calculated how much money we would need, how much JPY yen we will need, and we loaded it at that time. So at that time only, using that day's conversion rate, our INR got converted to JPY, and it got loaded into the card. So over here, we just have to come, use it in ATMs or use it at any place.
Any ATM you get back the money. It has some Cyrus or Visa, some mark or something.
Yeah, my card is a Visa card, so I had to use the Visa, like the ATMs which accept Visa card.
Yeah, mostly in Japan, we stuck to the ATM machines at 7-Eleven because the card is recognized there.
So 7-Eleven is a convenience store. There are almost 6,000-7,000 convenience stores. So wherever you go in the village, also it's available. So you can use that ATM.
Yeah, very reliable. And but it does charge. Like, it's not free of cost. Like, every time I withdraw money from the ATM, it charges me 552 JPY.
552.
Yeah.
Okay, that is in Indian currency, roughly 350 rupees, 320 rupees.
At the current
whatever amount you've taken. Okay.
So current 552 JPY. So that seemed like the cheapest option for us. So we went with that.
Okay. So you come here for 15 days total.
Yes.
So your visa you got for 15 days. To my knowledge, they are giving only for 15 days. They'll give they'll give 90 days, but within that only 15 days you can be in Japan. So other than that, if you want to be longer, you need to have a family somebody to sponsor, and you have to prove that you are a family member of somebody who's in Japan. Suppose if I want to bring my parents or my sisters or brothers or something, then I have to give my family relation, and then they give 90 days. Okay. Tourist, I think it's 15 days. So 15 days, may I ask you how much money is required? I mean, if you're comfortable, you can tell. The card, how much money you put in Indian rupees and in JPY?
So the thing is, most of the expenses, the major expenses, we paid it upfront in India only. Like for the bookings. So you
paid for the air ticket, you paid for the hotels using credit card.
And the night bus to go from one place to another.
Okay.
The travel.
Okay. So again, one more point. Generally, if you are using a Japan Rail Pass for 1 week, you can take unlimited number of travel in bullet train.
Yes.
And this is costing around 30,000 yen.
Yes.
Almost like 18 to 20,000 rupees. But once you start, today you got into the train, continuously you have to use. No gaps in the middle. If you don't use, it will get wasted. So per person, 18,000 to 20,000 Indian rupees. With this, for example, that is extremely cheap in Japan. 30,000 rupees is 30,000 yen, unlimited 1 week. We cannot get it. This is only for tourists.
Yes.
And you have to apply it beforehand.
We have to. There's Japan Rail Pass. You get it in India, not after coming to Japan. And only few places you can get: Delhi, Bombay, these kind of big cities. You have to get it, I think. And one more thing is, for example, in our case, if I want to go from Tokyo to Kyoto, it costs around 13,000 yen. One trip. It's around 2 hour 20 minutes journey, something like that, or less than 3 hours, and it's 13,000 yen. 13,000 yen is roughly say like 9,000 rupees or something like that one way. So one trip, if I go 9,000 finish, come back 18,000 finish. So if I go from Tokyo to Kyoto and come back, 18,000 rupees money gone. But as a tourist, if you take this unlimited number of times, you can take the bullet train. So anybody coming to Japan, I suggest to take this Japan Rail Pass before coming to Japan. So Sanjana is smarter and intelligent, I think. So she doesn't like to spend that money. I mean, not about money, but probably her itinerary may not suit taking Japanese Rail Pass. So probably I think the cheapest way of transportation in Japan is bus. Yes. So night bus are there. They are comfortable. They are very comfortable. Japan is a small country, and the buses are comfortable. Yeah. True. So how did you didn't take the bus pass? I'm sorry, you didn't take the
JR pass.
And what did you take?
True, JR pass we didn't take it. It really didn't fit into our itinerary. We would have probably used it just once. So it didn't make sense to spend that much money on the JR pass for us. We instead took night bus. The Willer Express bus here they have their own website. It's in English. It's very easy to book tickets on that. And
they also have a pass.
Really?
Yes.
We had no idea.
Recently, I came as a student, and I used to take bus trips sometimes. But almost 20 years I didn't get into bus.
Okay.
Because
we take the pass.
Because
Willer Express pass.
Not the Willer Express pass. We took another pass, and Willer Express has that pass, and 3 nights.
Yes. So we took that pass where I think he'll be able to talk about it better.
Yeah.
Within a certain period, you were able to book 2 trips. Yes, he has my permission.
Okay.
So we took this pass, and it was so basically using that pass, you can book 3. Like, I don't exactly remember the number, but you can book a few bus tickets per person. I think
it's a 3 night pass is there.
I think
something like that. Yes.
So basically, during a particular duration, you can book 3 bus journeys.
3 bus journeys.
And we used 2 of them. We still have actually 1. We couldn't use.
This bus pass is not only for tourists. Even foreigners who are living in Japan can take.
Okay.
Just recently I went to Nagoya. I missed traveling in the bus, so I thought I should go using this bus, because often I travel by bullet train. So got used to the bullet train. So just for the experience, not forgetting my past. So I took the bus recently. It's comfortable, and for the bus also there are different types, like a 2-seat one side, and there's a hood also. You can cover your face, and reclining, relaxed type. There's so many types are there, but there's no complete flat like India is not there.
Correct.
Yeah.
We took the one that you're talking about, which reclines, and then we have the hood. It was very comfortable. The air is circulated well also in the bus, so it doesn't get stuffy. Even for women, toilet breaks are very important. So for us, they told us, the intervals at which they give those breaks, and it's not fatafat. A good 15-20 minutes, they stopped for, so that we can take our time if we need in the washroom. So all of those small things were also taken care of really well by Villa.
Okay.
And so we used the bus rides for 2 nights, and
Okay.
it was
That
good.
was a Japan bus pass. Just remember.
Japan bus pass. It
Oh,
was
there's a
called.
different one.
Same, the one we
The
used.
Japan bus pass, with using that you can take using the Velar Express buses.
Oh, Japan bus pass can be used for Villa for
It's
3 nights.
yes.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I regarding I asked you about passport and visa, but I didn't ask you how much it costed you, how long it took. I just jumped it.
Yeah, so it costed us 1,200 rupees per person, the entire fee. And there's an additional charge if you want the passport to be delivered to your house. We didn't really need that. We just picked it up.
You submitted in Hyderabad.
Yes, in Hyderabad. So it goes to Chennai
Okay.
and then comes back.
Because Chennai was the closest consulate for Hyderabad.
So the Chennai consulate has a jurisdiction of Hyderabad as well, along with a couple of other places.
Okay.
And it took about 5 days for it, since we applied, for it to go get processed and come back.
Okay.
And then 2 days later, because there was a weekend, we had to wait for 2 days, and then the following Monday we got it
Yeah,
back.
generally they say 3 business days, but to and fro
Yes.
travel, that the passport has to go and come back.
Yes.
So it took 1,200 you paid per person. Per person, and you got it in 5 days, 5
Yes.
business days or 5 working days. Okay. And was it difficult after you submitted document, you just got stamped and okay, welcome to Japan?
Yes, it was very smooth. The reason being that VFS Global was very clear in its website about what documents we need to submit. And we made sure that we submitted all those documents to the team properly, and that's why the whole thing was very smooth.
And they even helped us out over there.
Yes, over there also, in case we had to fill in one more detail or anything like that,
Okay.
they helped us out with the covering letter, what to write in it. They helped us out also.
Okay. So the point is, anybody who want to come to Japan who has at least 2 lakhs in bank deposit, and you have 3 years of IT returns, and you have a clear itinerary, your plan and hotel bookings, you can get the visa. So it's not a magic, or it's not a Hercules task.
Yes, it's quite easy.
Okay. So you came here. So which places you chosen, and why this season, or any? Because I was communicating with you when you are in India before you coming, and it looks you are a very perfect planner.
Yeah.
So you spent a lot of time designing and checking the things. How did you plan, and what cities you've gone to, and why?
Sure. So
Louder.
So cherry blossoms is something we've been hearing of since years now, and even just a small Google search about it will tell you just how iconic the flower is, and how important it is for the Japanese people. And even in pictures, it just looks so mesmerizing that I was like, okay, this time period we will come and visit. What really helped was that there are a number of online forecast websites that give us the dates in which the sakura will bloom. in various places in Japan, starting
Okay.
from the south, going up to the north, and they give us, approximate dates of when the flower will be in full bloom. So that gave us a good idea about when we should be in a particular place.
Okay.
Within what date range we should be there.
Yeah.
So we accordingly planned that we'll be in Hakone for about 3 nights, and then we were in Kyoto for the next 3 nights.
Okay.
And now we're in Tokyo.
Okay.
So at all these places,
So total you are here 15 days.
including
And
the travel.
Including the travel. And 3 nights in Kyoto.
Yes.
And 3 nights in Hakone.
Kyoto, 4 nights.
Hakone was 3 nights. Kyoto was 4 nights. And in Tokyo again, I think we are
nights.
here for 4 nights.
4 nights.
Then 2 nights in traveling.
2 nights
Okay.
in travel.
So Kyoto, and from Kyoto, what other places you've seen?
Kyoto, we've been to various of their shrines and temples. And simply walking around Kyoto in their parks as well, it's very beautiful. One of the evenings we went to Gion as well, and from
There,
what
the
I
Golden Temple.
not the Golden Temple, but just the bridges.
The bridges. Okay.
There are 2 bridges. I'll get those names out. But what I was reading on blogs online is that it's very tough to spot a geisha and all of
Okay,
that,
okay.
But we were just walking around and clicking some pictures of the Sakura there, and we happened to just pass by around 7 to 8 geishas
Okay. Yeah, they put so much makeup.
Lots.
And it takes so much time to make up and remove it also.
Yes.
Coming back to the Sakura, which you spoke, so Sakura season in Tokyo, generally in Japan, in the warmer places, is middle of March to middle of April generally, but depending on the weather pattern or the temperature wise, it will move. And Japan spends a lot of time on this meteorological research.
Yes.
And there's a big division which checks the flowering. There's a big division is there, the research, and it's a very big money. Lot of money moves because of the Sakura. Lot of beer companies, so they sell lot of beer.
Oh, we did see some.
So
families,
people, it's called Hanami. Hana means flower. Mi is look, seeing the flowers. So all the friends get together. They sit below the Sakura tree and they drink lot of beer, eating,
Yeah, we saw a
and all
lot of
that.
that.
Yeah, we did see Hanami party at Odawara, especially just next to Hakone where we were staying. At the Odawara castle, a lot of people just come spend time there. They have tables and chairs set over there. So we were a part. We didn't have beer, but we were a part of Hanami parties like that.
Okay.
Around.
Yeah, the economy, because of these flowers, they bring a lot of economic value also, apart from the aesthetic and beauty and all that. A lot of things will be sold, lot of trips people travel.
Yes,
a lot of couples, old people, lot of trips, hotel bookings, all this. So it has both the economic and aesthetic and beauty and all that value. So I think this is the best time if anybody want to come. That is the best time to visit Japan. By the way, I have one video in Telugu about this Sakura and its history and all. If you have time, please check it out. And I'm doing it in English because he speaks English, not Telugu. So that is the reason we are doing it. And there are so many people who wanted to learn about Japan, not only in Telugu. There so many people are asking me, so that's why I'm doing it in English. That is the reason. And so you spend 4 nights in Kyoto.
Yes.
And you seen the temples in Kyoto. You went to Nara.
No, we did not go to Nara.
Okay.
We did the whole nature trail first, where
In Takao.
from Takao to Arashiyama, which basically we walked from Takao to Arashiyama.
How many kilometers is that?
Around 4-5 kilometers along the river.
Okay.
Along the river.
Kirotake river.
Yes. Yes.
Was
we
it
did
nice?
that. Really beautiful. They have carved out a very easy to do trail for tourists. So that was very easy to do. And then once we reach Arashiyama, of course, there is the Sagano romantic train. We didn't get the tickets on that day, but we went the next day. That was also excellent.
Yeah, recently one of my friend went by that train. It was so beautiful.
Yes.
It was next to that river, the stream, and open windows.
Yes.
And you have to go by same train and come back by same train.
Well.
You cannot stop there or get down and come another train. It's like you need to do that. It's extremely beautiful.
Yes, so, we took the return passes for Sagano train, and it was very beautiful. And it on the day that we went, it was also raining.
Maybe you can, if it is okay for you, you can give me some photos.
Sure.
We can show to the people so that because when you say beauty, it's, you cannot really see. Beauty is a tough word to realize and visualize.
True.
So if you can show us.
Sure, definitely.
Sure,
we'll send you pictures.
Yeah. So 4 days Kyoto, and from Kyoto, what any other places you've been to?
Here, we basically came to Tokyo.
Kyoto is full of temples. So temple and nature and Sakura.
Yes.
Other than that, what did you do?
Actually, those are the only three
things honestly,
that we did.
Nothing much apart from that, because there is of course urban landscape and all of that in Kyoto. We went to that, but
we were anyway going to come to Tokyo for that.
Yes.
So have you done any puja, homam, vratam and all that?
No.
No? No. Okay.
And we went to the manga museum as well. We just visited that. I mean, if
have you taken coconut and broken it?
No.
And all that? No Harati business? No Genta business?
I wish.
No. The only Gentas I think we did it at the shrines.
Yeah.
Big one, huh?
Yes. Let me just take out the name of that one shrine which we visited. We
went. The one which is on the top, on the wood.
No, we had done the bells at the end of the Takao Nature Trail.
Okay.
Yes. Let me just take out the name, because that was amazing. That temple, I think if people are coming to Kyoto, Otagi Nenbutsuji Temple.
Otaki Nembutsuji Temple.
Yeah, this one.
Okay.
So this temple, we did the bell ringing here.
Okay.
And it talks about the history of
Have
the
you seen the god coming out?
No.
Okay. How about you?
No?
Okay, good. The goddess is next to you. You don't need a god to come. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And for you also same, God is
next to me.
Okay, bell here is okay, not here. Okay, so you spent 4 days in Kyoto, seeing all the temples, and after Kyoto, you took a night bus.
Yes, we took the Velour Express night bus, and we are here in Tokyo now.
But you went to Hakone.
That was at the beginning of the
beginning. Also, as soon as you landed, you went to Hakone.
Yes.
And you spent 4 days.
So we landed in Tokyo. Because we had landed very late, so we stayed one night in Tokyo. Okay, just until the morning. Then from there we came to Hakone. We stayed for 3 nights there in Hakone. From Hakone, then we had gone on a day trip to Kawasaki on April 2. And then from Kawasaki we came to Kyoto.
Okay.
In Kyoto we stayed for 4 nights.
Okay.
Then from Kyoto we came to Tokyo. 1 night went in the traveling. Then we are here until the end of the trip.
Okay, good. So in Hakone, I also been Hakone maybe I don't know 20 times or 30 times, I don't remember so many times. There are different types of trains you can take, and cable car you can take, and you can see the live volcano, and they put the eggs, they become black eggs, and you can eat. These things you have experienced all this. There's a kind of a Swiss train, different kind of trains and all that. And you gone on the pirate
yes, we went
ship?
on the pirate ship also.
Okay, so that lake is beautiful, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Lake Ashi was very beautiful. The pirate ship also, it was very well maintained. So it was almost, for us it was almost a half an hour journey where we just got to see views of the lake.
Have you seen the Mount Fuji?
Yes, we could very faintly see Mount
We saw
Fuji.
it in the cable car.
Yeah, from the cable car, from the sulfur.
So when the cable car
when
was
we were-
approaching the area with the sulfur, so
huh,
over there you can see.
Owakudani.
Owakudani, yes.
Owakudani. So over there, if you see on the right, you will be able to see the Mount Fuji, and that was the only
When
place where
you
we saw.
see the smoke coming out,
Yeah.
how did you feel?
It looked very weird because we're not used to seeing such a landscape, but it was so interesting to see and read about it.
Okay.
And we did have the black egg as well. We hope to live 7 years longer now. We hope to live 7
So
years
if you
longer
eat the
now.
egg, you will become 7 years.
Yeah, there's this legend that they write there that if you eat the egg,
Eat more, na?
we ate two. Now we have to live
So
14
years added. Wonderful.
Hopefully.
I'll eat when I'm 80.
Yeah.
So I'll extend a little bit so that I get more pension. Okay.
So we could see Mount Fuji from these 2-3 points, and again it looks amazing. It's a sight to see.
It's very grand.
I climbed, I think, twice the Mount Fuji.
Oh,
Yeah. But it was long back. Recently, I went to Mount Fuji, but I went to the level 5 because one family came from India. They want to see, but they didn't have time.
Okay.
So I taken them by car to an extent, and then by bus. Level 5, we've seen little bit and came back. But it is nice. You need a little bit energy.
Yes.
You can easily climb.
Yeah.
Not a problem. Okay, so Hakone, what did you like in Hakone? Kyoto is very famous. All the temples are there, and the historical thing is there. What did you like in Hakone?
Hakone, the museum was great. The Hakone Open Air Museum was very beautiful.
That is my favorite. Because I love art, sculpture, and so many. I've taken a video also, so if
Yes.
anybody is interested, you can see that Hakone Open Air Museum. It's very beautiful. Lot of British and American and Japanese, Spanish artists. The concept I like mostly because when we say museum, it's all within the walls,
Yes.
but this is
Yes.
open.
Yes.
And one more thing to tell, there's a Sankei Shimbun, that is Sankei newspaper. They have the Sankei newspaper owners, they became very wealthy, even now they are wealthy, and they bought Picasso, lot of Picasso paintings.
Yes.
And they have a great collection of Picasso paintings. It is inside that open air museum. So when you happen to see, please visit open air museum in Hakone. And eggs you have seen, and anything else?
The Hakone shrine was great. For us, again, it was the first time that we were going into shrines, Shinto shrines, right? So even when we were riding on Lake Ashi in the pirate ship, we could see the Torii gates.
Okay.
That was looking excellent. Then
red color.
Yes.
Red color. Yeah.
Then to go into the shrine and just put the coin, pay our respects, and then in Hakone shrine as well, we saw how everybody wrote their wish and hung it on a wall. I can share those pictures with you as well. It was so beautiful to just be there.
We saw some in Telugu and
Some people had written in Tamil. They wrote their wishes. Some people wrote in Telugu. There was Hindi. So that was really nice to see.
Yeah, I also see it's there are two aspects. So I see things in different way, and it's a very good business for the temple because each they sell the wood.
Yes.
And that wood you have to buy that plank or plate or something like that. On that you write it and you hang it, and it's very interesting how people think like I want a girlfriend. And I'm breaking with this person, and I want to find a new person. I want to buy a guitar. So different things of different countries, different people. It's very interesting. I mean, very serious things also there. Their wishes and all that. I'll ask you one personal question. When you go to temple, you've been to so many temples now. What do you wish? What do you ask God?
Oh, since I just got married, right now I'm not asking for anything. I'm just thanking God.
So you already thought God already given you?
Yeah, I just thank God again for my partner. That's all.
Okay. In my case, I'm not very religious. I'm spiritual but not religious. Whenever I go to a temple, my mind become blank.
Yeah.
I never ask anything to the God. I always feel that he has already given me everything, or whatever he has given me, I already made it useful in a better way. So I generally don't have a desire to ask anything to God or anything. So I feel already blessed. So I have no more desire to ask. How about you? What do you ask? Do you ask?
Not much.
Okay. Good.
Arnav just observes the place.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like a video camera lens.
yeah, just ask for basic stuff. Just thank God for everything so far. So that's it.
Okay, that is good. So you are a content soul.
I would like to think so.
Okay, good. So Hakone, you see, now you came to Tokyo, and today morning I came to your place, hotel, and brought you to our home today. And what you going to see in Tokyo?
We will be going to central Tokyo. We want to see the Imperial Palace, and one thing I really want to see in the evening is Shibuya crossing. I want to be there at peak hour and in the evening, because I think the Shinjuku Shibuya areas look great even in the evening after sunset.
Yes.
So I want to go to those two places as well.
Shibuya, when you say Shibuya, I reminded of it. I lived 2 years in Shibuya. That crossing is just 8 minutes walk. So there is a place called Tomigaya. So I lived there, and 100 meters from my home is Prime Minister Abe. I have made one video about how Abe was killed. That video you can see. I used to meet Abe, Prime Minister Abe's mother. Very often we used to chit chat. So there are a lot of ministers used to live. Even to buy tomato or some food or rice, I have to go to that crossing to buy food. So every day I use cycle. My wife also goes cycle. So back Ferrari coming, my wife is also going cycle. But Japanese are so polite. So they don't put the horn, they don't honk the horn. So it's very nice. So, and very next to that there is a Meiji Jingu temple is there. So that is also very good. And next to that there's a Yoyogi Park. That's also huge. It's very nice. So Shibuya, you want to go Emperor Palace? I go after lunch sometimes, just next to my office. Just 5 minutes. So after lunch, if I have 30 minutes, I go one small round, not entire palace. Entire palace is 6 kilometers range. So I just walk for a little bit. So Emperor Palace, Shibuya. What else?
Yesterday we went to the Gyoen.
Yes, we went to Shinjuku Gyoen National Park. Again, very beautiful. National Garden. Very beautiful. They've maintained it.
It's full of sakura trees.
Full of sakura. I think I've seen some of the most beautiful views of sakura trees.
And people are having Hanami parties over there as well. Just relaxing, just taking in the vibe.
You see, a good thing in Japan, though there's so many concrete jungles, in the middle they have huge parks.
Yes.
And near my home, 600 acres of park is there.
Yes.
Okay, so you finished your travel, you're going back soon. So how much money you spent to come to Japan? I mean, the tickets, which airlines you took?
While coming, we were in Cathay Pacific. And
so the first flight was Cathay Pacific from Bangalore to Hong Kong. Hong Kong to...
Why Bangalore? You are living in Hyderabad.
Yeah, but the flights from Bangalore were cheaper.
Yes.
Okay.
Much cheaper.
So you booked online or you go to My Trip something stuff?
Make My Trip. Make My Trip we booked. And from Hong Kong to Haneda, it was Japan Airlines.
Hong Kong to Haneda.
So all of this...
It's a code sharing flight.
Correct, exactly. It's a code share flight. And we are returning via Vietnam Airlines. Via Vietnam.
Okay. That is
Probably.
you need to sit like this.
Yeah.
I think luggage. One thing is better to travel in a decent and good airlines. I have nothing against Vietnam travel airlines. These cheap airlines, cheaper low cost airlines, no frill airlines, they are okay cost wise, but any engine problem, something can happen. So I would prefer, it is better to pay little more money and go by standard airlines. That is my suggestion to people.
Yeah.
So I mean, if the budget is tight, you can tighten it. But if
got it.
True, we didn't know this actually about Vietnam Airlines, and we just.
I have nothing against, not only Vietnam, any low cost airline within the country is maybe okay, and that is in any airline in Japan is okay. They are very strict regulations. But countries going outside where the origin is of the country is a different place, they can be lenient. So it is better to use from any airline coming from a strict country.
Got it.
Safety wise.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Because I worked in one organization which I prefer not to tell the name, but I dealt with some advisors of Prime Minister. The advisor goes to some country. I worked under the advisor of the Prime Minister long back. So he and his wife they won't go in the same flight. They go two different flights because responsibility. Some industrial owners also, they don't go in the same flight. Even husband happen to die, wife will be there to take care. Wife is not there. So they'll be going next flight. They'll meet in the airport. But normal people like you and me have no problem. Nothing much to lose. Okay, so this is all up to travel. So what is your experience about food in Japan? Because we Indians are vegetarian mostly. You may not be a vegetarian, but Indian vegetarian or Indian non-vegetarian is very different from Japanese non-vegetarian, because there can be a snail, there can be pork, there can be beef, there can be you don't see anything, but essence of all this will be there, which they cannot remove. So did you feel any uncomfort eating food, Japanese food?
So we eat chicken and we eat a little bit of seafood, and that's why we did not have much trouble. At the same time, we had to use Google Translate to see on the menu what is written, because there is, like you said, there is pork and beef in a number of Japanese food here. We also had to use Google Translate to ask the person selling the food that is there pork or beef in this, or which meat is there in this. And we had to then choose not to have it if it had pork or beef. It may be a little difficult for vegetarians. I think you'll be able to tell us better, but for vegetarians it might be a little difficult.
Japan doesn't have a concept of vegetarianism.
Yes.
Even if they say sometimes you ask the people, there is I don't eat meat, then they say there's no meat. Okay, then you can see prawns. So I don't eat prawns. They say, okay, I'll remove the prawn and give you the remaining thing. So that just by removing prawn from the food, they think it's no more non-vegetarian. So the concept is not there. So for vegetarian people, it is very difficult. But Tokyo has around 500 Indian restaurants, and entire Japan has maybe 600 or 700 Indian restaurants. So any big city you go, if you check, there are Indian restaurants. You can eat anywhere, so you can survive.
And you can also purchase food from 7-Eleven or any Family Mart or anywhere. And just
where they have some rice and vegetable variety in 7-Eleven. That is packaged food. That's also an option. We did have food in one Indian restaurant in Kyoto where there was vegetarian food. So there are limited options, but there are options.
Coming back to main point of money, cost. So you took airline, Cathay Pacific. How much it costed each person, roughly?
I think
the flight.
So each of the 4 flights, like for from.
You can say just for one person together, how much it took.
So I think for one person to and fro, it costed around 60,000 total to and fro.
Okay.
So for one person one way, 30,000. approx average.
Okay, 30,000 to come to Japan, 30,000 go back.
Yes.
Okay, that's very reasonable. And that is for coming. And for the hotels, how much it costed?
Yeah, so most of our hotels costed between 5,000 to 7,000 rupees per night. Rupees
Per night. Okay.
And we took,
That is, if you take in Japan one room, even if you take one room also, they just count the persons. If there are two persons, two separately you need to pay. Generally, because if you take one room and 3 people stay or 4 people stay, they don't permit.
that. Yes, so we had to specify number of people, and we also, what we planned was that we took everything with breakfast included. So 3 of our hotels came to 5 to 7,000 rupees
Per person.
No, together.
Together 5 to 7,000.
Yes.
Oh, this is not youth hostel.
No, it's the proper hotels.
I think generally, because this is COVID time,
Yes.
not many tourists here. This is the first time they're coming. I mean, not yet fully open. So you are very lucky.
Yeah.
But
we also stayed, like for example, for Hakone we stayed in Odawara. And we traveled from Odawara.
Okay.
Like for Tokyo we are staying in Ishikasai and we will be traveling. So like if we choose something a bit far,
It's a little far away from the central location. The prices we
Reduced.
saw that the prices were
Many,
a little
most
low.
of them were booked.
So which websites do you use to book?
We used Expedia, we used Agoda, we used Booking.com. All 3 were easy to use, navigate.
Okay. So including breakfast for 2 people, you spend 6 to 7,000 rupees
Per night.
per
yes.
night. Okay, so like roughly 3,500 per person, including breakfast.
Yes.
Roughly speaking.
Yes.
Okay, so that is for accommodation. And food, how did you spend? How much you spent? How did you eat? And you said that you went to 7-Eleven.
Once. No, not mostly actually. Once. That was an option.
Okay.
So what we did was the breakfast was provided by the hotel.
By the hotel.
Lunch.
You fill your stomach.
Oh,
Fully, yeah.
Loaded.
Full we ate.
we ate.
That was the biggest luggage you carried.
Yes.
And lunch we were having at some cafe or some restaurant somewhere, some Japanese food somewhere we were trying out. For dinner we carried some food from India. Yeah.
Yes, so what we did was we carried packaged food, the MTR curries, and we also got rotis, which were dried rotis. And what we would do is we would open up the curry, just crush the roti because it's basically hard roti. So we crush it, we put it in the curry, mix it up, heat the whole thing in warm water, and that would become a meal on its own. So we both were not very comfortable.
You break the roti, put in the water.
Put it in the curry.
In the
curry packet.
The curry is the MTR curry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So dinner, generally the thing is that we are back in the hotel by dinner time. We're tired, so we wouldn't even want to step out again. And we were comfortable with spending on about one meal outside, and then so we would just have this thing, this arrangement.
This is very comfortable.
Yes.
I'm worried about your future. Once you go back, one packet open, one chapati crushed, and another 2 years you become little more thin. MTR become bigger. I'm just joking. So just to in Tokyo also, you don't need to bring everything. There's something called Ambika Japan. It's very next to my building. You can buy everything here. All MTR pickles, everything is available here. So if it is heavy, it may be expensive a little bit. But if it is, you don't need to carry everything. In Japan, everything is available. All the ready-made foods are available.
Dinner seemed like the costliest meal. Like we were looking at average prices of the meals in Japan, and dinner seemed like the costliest, so we decided to skip having dinner outside in cafes or restaurants.
Okay. So for lunch, you spent around per person 1,000 yen or something.
Yes, it came to between 1,000 to 1,300 yen, depending on what kind of a cafe and restaurant we were in for lunch.
So roughly 700 to 1,000 rupees per lunch.
Per person.
Indian per person.
Yes.
And at dinner you carried everything, so it's not there's no cost for that.
Yeah, because
in Japan.
the Japan the hotels provided the microwave or the kettles.
Okay, so food was not a problem for you in that sense. Okay, so food is controlled. So then traveling, bus you used
For intercity travel.
How much it costed you?
So, like for example, to go from Hakone to Kawasaki, we did not use the bus, we used the train at that time. But for the night travels from Tokyo to Kyoto, and Tokyo to Kyoto and Kyoto to Tokyo back, we used the Velar Express. Its cost was approximately,
I think INR it was 2,500 rupees.
We anyway used the Japan bus
We
pass.
anyway took the
Japan
pass.
So you took the Japan bus pass. Where did you buy this Japan pass?
Online we could get it directly.
This is a Velar bus pass?
There was a restriction written that can book only Velar Express buses using this.
Yes.
So this Japan rail pass, Japan pass, what you can use?
You can book tickets on Velar Express using this Japan bus pass.
You don't need to pay anything extra.
No, nothing. Like once you
So how much is the pass cost?
That we're not able to recollect right now. I'll just get back to
but
the
it was
bookings.
quite reasonable.
It was quite reasonable.
Yeah.
It reduced the
Approximately.
cost.
How about taking help of the IT mind?
I'll check.
Yeah, we'll
Server
just
down,
check
huh?
and tell you.
Yeah, we can move on. I'll get back to this.
So
Yeah.
that is the bus. You taken that pass, and you have used this pass for how many days validity?
So it had a 3-day validity, meaning not 3 consecutive days. Any 3 days within about a month or something like that.
Some duration.
We can book 3 trips.
Okay.
That's how it.
So this Japan bus pass for the two of us, it costed us 25,600 yen, which in INR at that time was 16,258 rupees.
16,000 for together, two people
For
together.
both of us.
So 8,000 rupees per person
For
Yes.
three travels,
Yeah.
3 nights. Is the distance not a problem?
Yeah, this distance is not a problem. You can also have, like on the same day, you can book a day trip and a night trip. Okay, yeah. Using this Japan
You
bus
can take a day trip and night trip.
Yeah.
But you can take as many number of buses as you want.
No, like in the day trip once, night trip once. So say you want to go to Hiroshima.
That will be 2 trips.
Yeah, on that one day.
So you can use only 3 trips, no?
3 days.
3 days?
3 days.
Uh-huh.
And we can do a day and night to and fro as well if we want. Like that.
So 6 trips you can do.
Yeah, maximum we can use it.
Yeah, if you
6
want to
times.
use it to its fullest.
Okay, got it. So 8,000 rupees per person, roughly say 2,500 per trip.
That's
one place to
approximately.
approximately.
Yes.
So 2,500 rupees to one location to another location, irrespective of the distance.
Yes.
Any 3 days need not be continuous or consecutive days. Any in 1 month, any number of times you can go. So the bus thing you finished.
It was really a good option for us.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally, totally how much it costed you?
So our budget overall, because most of the bookings we had done.
So tickets, airline ticket 60,000 per person, and accommodation 15 days total.
It was about 12 nights. It came.
Yeah, because 2 nights were spent in the flights, 2 nights in 2 days in flights to like initial and
2 nights in the bus basically. So the other we were about 4 plus 4 plus 3. So 11 nights.
Yeah.
11 nights.
So
hotel stay and.
So I can give you an overall full picture.
So the hotels 11 night, one day you said 7,000 rupees for one night for 2 of you. So
Like for
77,000, 80,000 rupees for the hotels for 2 of you.
Something around that.
Yeah, it was a little more only because we stayed for 2 nights at a ryokan, which was more expensive. That was 15,000 yen for a night.
Okay.
So let's rough it up to roughly we can say it was about 1 lakh.
Okay. సో మొత్తం మీద తెలుగులో మాట్లాడదాం కొద్దిసేపు 1 minute.
Sure. 1 minute.
అంటే మనకు కూడా తెలుగు వచ్చని తెలుగు వచ్చని చూపిస్తే కొంచెం ఆనందపడతారు. సో అయితే మొత్తం మీద ₹1,00,000 అయింది హోటల్స్ కి. ఫ్లైట్ కేమో 60,000 అయింది ఒక్కొక్కరికి. సో ₹1,60,000. సో ఫర్ హోటల్స్ 80,000 అండ్ ఫర్ ద ఫ్లైట్ 60,000. సో hotels roughly 1 lakh rupees. 1 lakh. So 1.5 lakh, 1.6 lakhs. 1,60,000 is for the transport and the hotels.
And accommodation.
Accommodation. Transport is 16,000 you told.
So transportation 60, not 16.
Flights only. Flights is 60.
So basically
transport within Japan.
Oh, within Japan, yes. Yeah, correct.
Okay. So roughly 2 lakh rupees per head or more than that altogether.
So the total final value like that budget that we had like while in India we had incurred an expenditure of 3.5 lakhs
together
of basically booking the everything all the
1.6
yeah correct.
The hotels and the transportation.
Yes, flights, hotels.
And we had also loaded in some money into the forex card.
We had loaded money into the forex card.
How much money you loaded?
Initially
we loaded 80,000 JPY.
Okay.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah. For
we
both
just
of
took
us.
one forex card.
Okay.
And Wheeler Express bus pass as well.
Who keeps the card?
He keeps the
wow.
card. I say when to use
so
the card.
You keep the card, she use the card.
Yes.
It's a natural. It's a natural. Yeah, I understand. Okay. So you are a carrier of the card.
Yeah.
And you are a user of the card.
Yes.
Okay. So okay, I understand. So we finished the trip, travel, and what is that you like in Japan? The travel thing is finished now. What is that attracted you? You've seen Japan now. Do you recommend people to come?
Absolutely. So one thing is that it's a very clean country. Everybody does their bit in keeping their own place clean, and also the public facilities are very good. Again, as a woman, washrooms is so important. There are washrooms at every station, every stop. They're very clean. They're high-tech washrooms. So I think you'll be well taken care of in that department. People are also very helpful.
Good thing is you don't need to wash for you.
Yeah,
it's called this is a wonderful product. It's called washlet.
Yeah.
So you sit there, the washlet in sometimes I also use so my house I keep very clean than my toilet, but the railway station toilet is much more cleaner than my house toilet. Do you feel that?
Yeah, I was very surprised when I saw that no matter how crowded, let's say Shinjuku station or Kyoto station,
Shinjuku is one of the world's busiest
stations. Even with so many people using the washrooms, they've still maintained the cleanliness of the washroom. And I think that is amazing.
So main thing is not them, the people who go there maintain it well.
Yes.
Because if you dump it, destroy it, you cannot keep cleaning. So people are well educated.
And there are instructions written on the side of the toilet. Please clean it in this way, and people do that.
People do that also.
Probably do that because we have.
So it's a hygienic, it's safe. And what are the things?
The people here are also very helpful. So if one day we were struggling, it was the first time that we took a ticket at a train station and we wanted to put it in that slot. So we were struggling, we didn't know where to put it, and somebody had observed, one lady had observed us struggling with this, so she came, she helped us out. Then once I was taking coffee from a coffee machine, now the lid it was a little above for that size of for that cup. So the other lady next to me pointed that it's there. So even in these small ways, once we were looking for a particular exit at Kyoto station, and one boy just walked up to us and
asked if you were lost.
Yeah, he was saying something in Japanese, so we used Google Translate, and he's like, "Have you lost your way?" So then we just told him that we need this exit in Kyoto station. So he took us. He came with us till that station, and he's like, "Okay, you have a good trip."
Yeah, the people here have been absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the biggest, the most beautiful thing that I've seen.
Yes.
In Japan.
You told you've been to other countries also, but comparatively, you prefer Japan is good, or it's?
I would say any day. I don't want to name those countries and be
sure.
like that place wasn't nice, but I think that if somebody is considering a trip for a vacation, please consider Japan, because it is affordable, I can say. Very helpful people, it's clean and neat. It's also relatively safe. Basic public facilities are provided for tourists. Lot of information is available online about Japan and how you can navigate here, and their transport system is top notch. I feel the connectivity is too good.
Up to now, you didn't use a bullet train.
We didn't have to use the bullet train also.
So I'll tell you, you can buy, even if you don't buy the bullet train ticket, you can get a platform ticket. It's like 140 yen or 200 yen or something like that, like 60 120 rupees or something. You can go, you can sit in the train and come back. Make sure that it is not going to move soon, because if the door is closed, you'll be 350 kilometers.
Yeah.
And if you miss, you take him with you. Miss together is okay. Okay. So from your point of view, it's safe, hygienic, people are helpful. Any other points to add?
People being helpful is probably the most important thing over here. Because when you're in a new country, with a different culture, different language barrier, you need all the help that you can get.
Okay.
So
do you think Japan after, I mean, it's very too short period, but do you think it brings some change in you? Your way of looking at things? Is it a perspective?
Interesting.
Something. See, we are country of intelligent people. I mean, in India, and we have so many natural resources. Japan has zero natural resources.
Yeah,
it's
that's
all
true.
human capital. What is in the brain? This is the growth, and the population is only 1.2 crores. It's equal to Maharashtra population.
Yes.
Okay, and this country is the world third largest, the biggest economy. Used to be second biggest. Now China entered the second one after US. So many things, and all natural disasters. Tsunami is there, earthquake is there, and volcanic eruptions are there, floods are there. You can name, you have this here. Typhoons are there. I mean, all these things are there, but still they have achieved this. So we have so much potential. We have so much to grow. So what I feel happy is people like you come here, learn something. Learn something means view something. Maybe you can bring it to India. Some aspect, when you're eating food or inside your home, the way anything, something, if it change our country. I won't ask you more questions. I can understand you thinking a lot.
Very good question.
Some network problem.
Very nice question. Like, one thing I definitely started doing, like now that you asked this question, I remembered. I saw a lot of people, like when they were eating in public places, they were cleaning the tables. After
this is one good point.
And I really liked that. Like, I have also started doing that now. Hopefully I will continue to do that in future. But that was so nice.
I'll invite you whenever I have time.
Sure, definitely.
Okay, so something like that. Have you seen anything? One is probably cleanliness. And,
I think we do have some way to go in India in terms of cleanliness. Even a lot of these civic duties toward each other. Small things like waiting in lines. Like he said, we finish the food, we take our trays, and then we just clean the place and we move on. There's always I find that people are very conscious of the fact that there are other people. We need to respect their space as well.
Yes.
So in a train, I don't find anybody talking very loud or playing. I mean, sorry to say this.
In buses, no personal phones. Nobody talk in the bus. Nobody talk in the train. There's some places you go. In Japanese companies also, we don't take personal phone calls. My wife doesn't call me when I'm working. If she call, I don't talk there. I have to go out and there's a space where nobody is there. There I talk and come back. So any call comes is like that. So it's main thing in Japan is how much you care, how you care for yourself. You care for the other person. Same value you give to somebody whom you do not know. So that is where probably it's a Buddhist thing.
Yes.
So we also have a lot of scriptures, but we have scriptures, but we haven't imbibed some of the qualities which we should. I think
some people do, but if a higher ratio percentage of the population does that will be great.
That would
probably
be
as high as the people in Japan.
Here.
Like here, almost everyone that we have seen so far imbibes those values. So in India also, we can also probably do that.
Okay, so I think we have spoken a lot, and I think you need to visit the place. I don't want to hold you. So how did you feel this interview?
Good.
Have you seen my channel?
Yes, I have seen your channel, and in fact we have used the videos that you put up to get a sense of, let's say we are thinking of Hakone. Now it's one thing to see it on Google Maps, but it's another when I watch your video and I get a sense of, okay, this is how long it's going to take this long, this is how the place looks like, we should carry these kind of jackets then, so we got some practical things when I actually watched some of your videos for our trip. So, but yeah, doing this interview was a good recap of all the things that we
pull from the hard disk. Okay. Hope I didn't ask you difficult or tough questions.
No.
So for me also, it becomes a memory because slowly after many years, if we don't meet people, we tend to forget their faces.
True.
Some important things they say will stay with us. But slowly the things fade away. It's a human nature. So like this, if I take a record of things, thousands of people, I have only little, I'm not a famous famous YouTube guy or channel. I have no commercial interest to make money on this, but so many people watch and they'll have experience. So it's not that, not that all the people want to come to Japan, but we have something to carry from here, use in India, make our country better, because we have all the potential to make. So this is a good opportunity. So more people come, because when we can afford, we should do. I travel, I told you today, around more than 30 countries. My wife traveled around 35 countries. So my goal is like 100 countries. No time, though I can visit those places. So like that, we need global knowledge. Taken back to India and we have to mix both local and global, make global.
I think that is happening. Japan and India have good relationships now. We did have officials from Japan come to India to see our digital payment system. It's same thing goes around as well. We have things to learn from Japan as well. And I hope we do more and more of that.
Yes. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So visit again whenever you have time.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.